Hey there, Michael Griffiths here, founder of Referral Marketing Guru, and welcome to this week's Get More Referrals Today podcast. Today, I want to talk about something that I suppose most businesses probably don't actually even sit down and think about, and that's leveraging through other people's networks. And in essence, you're leveraging through someone else's network every single time you go to try to find leads. Whether you're paying for it or not paying for it, it's exactly what's taking place. And when you understand not only the power of leveraging through other people's networks, but in essence how it works, you'll start to see why strategic partnerships is easily, like miles in front, as the number one way to be able to grow your business. So before we dive into that, as always, welcome. If this is the first time you're joining us, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Love coming to you every single week on how to be able to grow your business through referrals, through your networks, through strategic partnerships, through your clients, and being able to allow you to be able to make the impact that you want to make in your business. You see, if your business isn't growing, unfortunately, you can't make the impact that you really want to be able to make. So for us, helping you grow is our number one priority. So let's dive into where we are today. Leverage through other people's networks. Firstly, what is it? What do I actually mean when I talk about leveraging into other people's networks? You see, in essence, someone right now has your ideal client. We call them your audience. Okay, the people you want to work with. They're your ideal clients, they're your audience. And someone else has them. And you need to be able to go and find who has them to be able to talk to them. Because if you're not in front of them and you're not talking to them, then they can't obviously know anything about you or what your business does in order to be able to help them. So far, pretty simple. Okay, you're over here. No one knows who you are. You've got to get over that side where your ideal clients are so that you can say, hey, we help you guys to be able to do boom, 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 boom. If that's you, come talk to us. In essence, that is the most simplistic way to think about attracting leads into your business. So the biggest problem most businesses face is, well, where do I find these people? And unfortunately, to start with, most people aren't clear on who their people are, let alone where they might be. So let's just, for a moment, get big picture and think again about leverage. So when someone does Facebook ads, you are leveraging Facebook's network. When someone does Google SEO, organic SEO, you are leveraging through Google's network. When you do Google pay-per-click, you're leveraging through Google's network. When you post on social media, you're leveraging through whatever platform it is that you're posting on. When you go to a networking event, you are leveraging through those people's networks. When you go to a referral group, you are leveraging through that referrals group's networks. Start to see that no matter what you do to be able to try to get leads into your business, you have to leverage through someone else's network. So why is it that strategic partnerships and referrals are so powerful compared to any other form of marketing you can do? And it's a simple little word: transfer of credibility. You see, when you put up a Facebook ad, Facebook just puts it in front of all these people. There's no transfer of credibility. You have to build your own credibility. When you appear on Google, either pay-per-click or SEO, there's no transfer of credibility. Google's not saying, oh, these people are really good, go use them. You have to build your own credibility. And that's why it's harder when you have leveraging someone else's network that's not edifying you versus when you are edified. So let's think about strategic partners. You're still leveraging through their networks, through their audience. And the big difference is they're sharing you. That's where the transfer of credibility comes from. They're talking about you. They're promoting you in some way. They're going to their audience. Hey, you might find this person really beneficial. And that's the power of transfer of credibility. And that's why then more people will go back to you to find out what you're all about. Not because of you initially, because the person they already know, like, trust, resonate with is edifying you. So straight away now, you get given this little bit more grace. You get given this little bit more of, oh, I'll go check this person out. It's a little bit warmer. So you can start to see that, like with our guys in Partnership Club, we constantly are building strategic partnerships. It's a number one way to be able to grow a business. And the reason it's a number one way to be able to grow a business is simply because you are being edified and you have this transfer of credibility that's taking place. When I think about, you can pretty much talk about any service business, the majority of them grow through partnerships. Now, it might be a paid partnership. That's absolutely fine. Right? But they grow through somebody edifying them, through somebody's transfer of credibility, through somebody saying, this is a partner of ours. And that's why quite often being a partner, being the expo partner or being the conference partner is better than saying the conference sponsor or the expo sponsor. Because we all know sponsors, you paid for it. Partner, you could have paid for it too. But all of a sudden, there's this transfer of credibility. Oh, they're the partner of this particular group. Makes a big difference. You might not quite grasp the big difference in language that subconsciously it makes for us. So what I'll need you to start thinking about is, where do you go? Or where do you go to be able to find your leads? You need an audience to be able to go into. If you're going to create your own audience, you've got to get your audience from somewhere. So where do you go to create your audience? Remember, your audience are the ideal people that you want to work with. So if you're an accountant that works with small, medium businesses, great. Go wherever small, medium businesses are. If you're a chiropractor that works within 10 kilometers of wherever you happen to be, Sydney, well, you've got to go and find, where can I find those people who are 10 kilometers around Sydney? Okay? If you're a business coach, you can work with anyone, anywhere, but you only work with dentists. Well, you've got to go and find, where do all the dentists hang out? And that's the first part that you've got to think about. Where do my people hang out? And then the second part is, how can I leverage into that audience? Now, leveraging could be that you run ads for those particular people, that you just try to connect organically with those sorts of people, that you turn up to a conference or an expo that those people have, that you join the association for those people, that you get into the association's EDM, their mail out, their newsletter. They're all viable ways to be able to get yourself in front of the audience. The only thing now that I want you to think about is, how could I possibly get in front of this audience with a transfer of credibility? You see, if the Dentist Association is putting out a newsletter and they do a interview with you, there's a transfer of credibility. Versus you just get to put an ad in there. There's no transfer of credibility. You're on your own. It's cold. Okay? They run a conference and you get invited to speak. And before you come up, they go, oh, we're so pleased to be able to have Business Coach A here. They do a great job at being able to help dentists do boom, 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 transfer of credibility. It's why speaking is so powerful, to be able to get in front of your audience and get people coming to you and saying, oh, can you help me? So what you need to start thinking about in your lead generation, in your attraction process, is, how are you leveraging into someone else's audience with a transfer of credibility, because that transfer of credibility makes a huge difference to you being accepted and being, it's a little bit warm versus it being completely cold. So let's go a step further now into strategic partnerships. You can understand why strategic partnerships work. And as I said, there isn't a single business that has grown where they haven't leveraged through someone else's networks with a touch of credibility. See, most affiliate programs, someone is promoting them and it's their credibility saying, oh, here's this great piece of software. Oh, here's this great XYZ. Go check it out. Oh, here's this person who's going to run a great class. Right? Whether they're getting paid for it or not, there's no right or wrong in any of that. But people turn up because someone else is saying you should turn up to this. That's the transfer of credibility piece. Right? So as you get and you start thinking about, okay, where's my audience? How do I get in there with a transfer of credibility? How do I create a strategic relationship with that group, publication, person, whatever it happens to be? That's how the thinking needs to be. Right? And that's where we talk to our guys about getting into the right conversations, having the right sorts of conversations, creating action plans where you're going to do things with each other. Think outside the box to how you have the ability to be able to help them. See, you have the potential to have hundreds and hundreds of strategic partners. Most people are lucky if they have 5. And in fact, most people are even lucky if they've got 2 or 3. There is so much scope to be able to grow your business. Like, I look at people who run ads and they might be spending $10,000, $15,000 a month on ads. And when I still ask those people, how have you grown your business? The answer is always the same. It's never ads. It's always through strategic partnerships. If you can do this, and this might be really beneficial to be able to help you, identify your audience. So I work with whatever they happen to be. Then where do those people exist? Identify that. And then finally, start thinking about how do I get in strategic partnerships with those people. Hopefully it's been super helpful. Hopefully it's got you thinking a little bit. Hopefully it's got you to understand why strategic partnerships actually work so much. It's that transfer of credibility. Anytime you get a transfer of credibility through somebody else, you are knocking on the door, speaking to their people from a warm perspective rather than a cold perspective. And one of the biggest things that have to happen for someone to be able to buy from you is they need to feel that they can know you, like you, and connect with you. And when someone transfers their credibility onto you, those things happen just about instantly. That's the power of having those sorts of opportunities. As always, hey, if you'd like some help growing your business through referrals, building your own strategic partner network, using your networks more effectively to be able to consistently bring in clients every single month, that's what we're about. Reach out, support at michaelgriffiths.com.au. Head over to michaelgriffiths.com.au to watch the video on the $1 Million Referral System. And until next time, have an amazing week. Go make an impact and look forward to speaking to you real soon. Take care, all.